started.
Oh, Goliath, a long time opponent, many time opponent. Let's see, after d4, how about the Scandinavian? d4, yeah, I did an e5, I did a knight f6. he plays e5 instead of taking. I wonder, oh, this will turn into some kind of French defense, I guess. I guess it will. Okay, so I'm getting my pieces out, putting pressure on the center. He pins the knight immediately. Let's see. If I develop my knight, he can take right away here. So maybe I'll start by developing my bishop. And yeah, he takes. So I'll put the bishop here. And yeah, I want to play knight to e7. He takes. I move the knight. He can defend it. Yeah, so I either need to push that pawn or take. Let's take. And if he takes my bishop, I won't be too upset about that. Now I get to develop my knight. Because this bishop is the problem bishop in the French defense anyway. So I was just thinking of going to g6, f5, I guess. He would just trade it off, and that's not looking so great. And I need to get it out of the way so I can castle. And this bishop probably wants to go to c4, c5, or b4. Maybe bishop b4. If he kicks it, let's think. If he kicks it, I'll drop back, come around this way. Be nice to get some pressure on the center that way. And so I'm going to castle here. Does he have any great discoveries with the knight? Knight there, knight there. I'll just trade the bishop. Yeah, I don't see anything really killer there, so let's go with this. Just castle. And he plays g3. Oh, it's aimed against my knight. It's interesting. I was pausing because he doesn't have a light-squared bishop, so sometimes that's a problem. So maybe this light-squared bishop is a good piece now. But before I can activate it, I need to get rid of his center pawn here. So f6. Yeah, why don't I drop back? Let's save the light-squared bishop for now. And it's going to be annoying. So if I play f6, he's going to play h4 and force me to move my knight. But after f6, he plays h4. I can actually take. And if he takes first, I can take with the rook, and then he plays h4. At least I have a square to move my knight to. Yeah, let's go with f6. He did that anyway. Well, he gets a tempo. He can get in h6. He wants to keep kicking it. I want to play knight here, check, but this knight is guarding. Knight here is not going to do much, so we're going to go back here, I guess, and trade off that knight. Okay. He goes that way, so I have to take. He's forking my pieces there. Yeah, pretty clever play. Well, Goliath's good. He's a good player. We have, I don't know what our record is, but I remember him beating me many times, even though he plays, I think, somewhat strange openings. But he does well with them. Okay. So I could push on with d5 or d4, d5 to d4. Now I have a check on this open diagonal, which I can put the bishop there with check or the queen there with check. But I'm not seeing that lead to anything right away. Yeah, let's push this pawn forward. See where he wants to go with his knight. Just back there. I was thinking he might come into e4 and look at the d6 square. So I don't have to take right away. If I push forward, he takes, I take. He pushes, I take the knight. He takes back, I take the pawn. No, I don't take the pawn because it's defended by the bishop. If I exchange first and push, then he can take with the queen and then take with the queen, so that doesn't help. Just trying to get in that check somehow. Isn't that check worth something? Pawn to there immediately. Pawn d3. Pawn takes, queen takes. And he takes, I take. That's all okay. So it's pawn to e3, pawn to d3, pawn to c3. Pawn takes knight. Then he can't take the bishop right away. He has to take back, and then I can save the bishop. Okay. It took me a while to figure that out. So he had to take. And now I do have a couple squares I can check the king from. And let's see, he has a check he can set up. My queen's guarding that square. Let's see. Oh, but I have to trade queens first. My queen is hanging.
Check.
So 2 rooks and a knight each, and he's got all these advanced pawns. Yeah, I guess I have to retreat. I was wondering if I could throw in a rook move there, but he could just trade out and it wouldn't do any good. So this rook move, I want to play rook here. He takes, I take, I'm hitting his knight. And that'll buy me some time here. You know, I need to activate my pieces, check. So that's the point here. And so he saves his knight. So I've got a check. I don't have a second check. So let's save this pawn. Goes after the knight, yeah. So, but I want to move the knight, so that's okay, right? He's going to win a pawn. So, is there a way to do this where I get a pawn as well? Like rook here would hit that pawn, but he can defend it. The king there, making my knight move. I'm making my rook move again. So knight here, he takes. I go here, king there. I have a check. King back. Don't see any great things. Is there a pawn I can attack directly? That's his weakest pawn. There's this pawn over here too, but can't get to that. Maybe like this. Knight here to there. So now, that's a kind of double attack. Let's see, his knight can move and defend this pawn. He doesn't bother defending. He goes for the attack. Has he got a mating idea here? He's got a check here. I don't think he's mating me. He's just attacking my rook. So let's
Check.
pick up this pawn and get this pawn. And, oh, he's getting my pawn over here. So
Check.
it's, oh, he didn't take it. He didn't take my pawn. I thought he would take there and go try and win with the outside passer. Interesting. Well, he does, I've noticed this before, he likes to play quickly. So let's keep my extra pawn.
Check.
And see if I can get a passed pawn over here. This is probably a draw, because at the end he can find a way to sacrifice his knight for the last pawn. That's what I'm guessing. Let's see, do I have a check here? He has a check there. I can step over here.
Check.
And I've got to watch the time. I'm down to 2 minutes now. He's got a king there. Okay, so he's not, I can check and bring it one step closer. Let's do
Check.
that. And I can put my king here. Let's start to attack his pawn. If I can get a second pawn in. Yeah, so he defends his pawn. And he's preparing to attack mine. Can I create a Zugzwang here? Maybe king here. His king has to move, or he loses a pawn. Oh, he's trading pawns. I can defend my pawn.
Check.
He does get a check. And he attacks that pawn. Okay, yeah, I think, so we're going down the route of, he gets this pawn, I get this pawn. And yeah, so if I can queen this pawn before his rook, or his knight gets over there, it's kind of a race. Or his king gets over there. Two, three, four, 1, 2. Yeah, it's going to be a problem. Let's start pushing. Getting close. But, so now, if I go here with check, and he takes, I can queen, right? Typical endgame trick. And if he moves the king, I'll take the knight. I'm too far away.
Check.
I'm too far away. He still wins. So as long as he doesn't take the knight, then he would have a draw there. Now, I'll show that in the postmortem, I guess. This game is going to go to postmortem.
White resigns.
Okay, well, interesting game. I will upload this and see you guys later. Bye.